Hi, I really appreciate everybody who watches and tells me that they really like what I say and how I say it. It's really encouraging. Something has happened just over the last few weeks is I've had one of those situations where, what I've talked about before, about don't wait for the round to it to estate planning to get to the top of your pack. Just get it done. So I had a client who is 89, stage 4 cancer, doing reasonably well, and the family realized she needed to do something. And one of the daughters called, and I went to meet with them, and it took a couple of weeks for us to get everything done, um, which is faster than normal, but it was really emergent. Hospice was called in 2 days or 3 days after I met with her, and who knows, but it seems like the presence of hospice, who did a great job, was just kind of a trigger to let her know that her end was near. And she died 19 days after I met her. Um, and the family has stuff in order. And for them and for me, it was such a blessing to be able to help the family with that, because certainly there are things to do now that mom has passed, and they won't be arduous or tedious or even expensive to do, and the family will be able to move on. So if you're one of those people who have told friends and family that you're going to get around to it, I really do recommend that you put that little round thing that says "to it" in the middle on the top of your stack, and find an attorney that you could trust and get them involved. So that's just kind of an intro to kind of what I want to talk about. And one of the things I wanted to say is I wanted to give us a definition of estate planning. And I don't have one that's falls like trippingly off my tongue. So I'm going to read a little bit. And the one that I chose is: estate planning is the process by which an individual or family arranges the transfer of assets in anticipation of someone dying. The idea is to preserve the uh, maximum of wealth possible for the intended beneficiaries, and flexibility for the individual prior to death. Now, one of the definitions I read said, it might involve or be wise to access an attorney. Personally, I think it would be unwise to do an estate plan without somehow engaging an attorney, whether it's an attorney to prepare the documents for you, or just an attorney to review them for you, so that you know that they're compliant, that's the legal term, with whatever the rules are in whatever state you're in. So actually, I had somebody recently, he was a DIYer, a do-it-yourselfer, asked me, what I thought of that, of downloading documents off the internet or wherever you find them. And I told him that I really was opposed. I've not personally experienced it, but I know attorneys who have and families who have. They have downloaded documents off the internet from whichever site they found, to find when they needed them, that they did not have provisions in them that they thought they had. And so they were kind of back at ground zero and mucking around in waters which could have been prevented if they had at least asked an attorney to review their documents. So I don't know how to more strongly suggest it. And if you're out there and you have documents that you have done yourself, don't despair, because they may be perfectly valid. Just consider getting a referral, finding out from somebody. It might cost you some money to review them, and be sure that they will work when you need them. And then you can take a deep breath, and you can move on knowing that you have done what you can to protect your family. Again, I want to thank those who've watched, for liking this. sharing it, commenting on it. It really makes a big difference to me. It's nice to know that people have. And I just hope you have a great day. Thanks.